Hello guys, so Jeff is here again. In today's tutorial, we are going to see how we can actually remove a background in Photoshop. Alright, this tutorial is actually going to be helping you to do away with your background, leaving your design or your image or whatsoever in PNG format. Now what do we mean by PNG format? Which is having no background, that is PNG. So this tutorial is now going to help you to be able to have your image in PNG or whatsoever, and also how can you quickly do that with just a click. Some of you might be wondering, just a click, how can I possibly do that? Alright, so stay to the end of this tutorial and just watch and learn how you can actually do that, which is removing the background in Photoshop with just a click. So first, what we're going to do now is to actually insert our image here. So you can actually do well to insert an image. This is now my image. After inserting your image here, it's now time for us to remove or to do away with the background. Now, how can we do that? What you need to do now is to come right straight to this tool here. Now, this tool is actually called the quick selection tool. This is a preview of how it looks like or how it works. Then I just click on it. After clicking on it, I come up here and click select subject. I click on it. Good. Now if you're looking at this actually selects this image. Now if you notice, this is it highlights it because I tapped on select subject. Now it then highlights every single part. Now if you notice down here, you see that this part is actually black, and that is why it is not selecting this part. It assumes that nothing is here. That is why it is not selecting this part. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it like this. But for those of you that maybe after tapping on select subject and it still does not highlight every single part, you can do well to use any of this right here. Now this first one is for you to add to the selection, and this is for you to remove or subtract from selection. Now let's say we want to actually add selection. All you have to do now, I will zoom in. Alright, so now let's say we want to add to selection. We want to add this part here. Let me increase my selection a little. I'll come here, click on this size. Let me increase it a little. Good. Then I'll come here to select this. Now if you notice, it's actually selecting more parts. I'll select it down. Now this is actually to add to selection, then this is to subtract. If I want to remove this part, then I just click and then it takes it right up here. So I've actually added this part. So now I want to subtract this part here. This one here, I want to subtract it, so I'll just click on subtract on all of this here for me to be able to remove all these parts. Deselected that part. Now let me move over to this, deselect here. Good, and we're good to go. Alright, so after doing this, it's now time for us to remove it from that one. All I have to do now is for me to, I can simply just duplicate, which is Ctrl J for me to duplicate. Now this is it, Ctrl G. So if I should click on this or close the eyes of this in this layer here, if I should close the eyes of this, now you see this. Let me zoom out. Now this is it. I'm now having my image with no background, which is PNG. Now I can now export it. So some of you might now be saying, okay, I want to actually export it, but I cannot export it. If I'm exporting it, it's exporting with a background. So now this is how we are going to be exporting it. You come right straight to your file, come to export. You see quick export as PNG. You click on this, then you give it a name, and then you save it. Alright, so moving over to our desktop now to check for it if it actually came out as PNG. Good. Now this is it here. It actually came out as PNG, which is no background. So I can easily use this anywhere without a background. So this is how you can actually remove a background in Photoshop. And if you see this is just the easy step on how we can do that. Alright guys, in our next tutorial we are going to see how we can actually apply a twilight effect in our image, which is having two colors on a particular image. Alright guys, so if you would like to learn that, which is very easy and a simple step on how to do that, just do well to hit the next video. In that video I'm going to show you the step by step on how you can actually use or apply a twilight effect on any image. Alright, I'll see you guys there.